Hello and welcome back to the Dance to Learn YouTube channel. My name is Jessica Strong, and if you are looking for dance teacher tips, tricks, and advice, you've come to the right place. And today I have a really fun video for you. I am sharing Florrie Flamingo's first ballet class. This is a book and a lesson plan that is available in the Dance to Learn library. And this is the perfect way to welcome tiny new dancers into your dance studio for their first dance classes. So let's dive into it. So first, I want to talk about why children's books like Florrie Flamingo's First Ballet Class are so effective in helping young children feel less anxious in new situations. So first, children's books often come with familiar characters. Children often connect with the characters and stories, and in this book, Florrie, our flamingo friend, represents a relatable figure who experiences the same nerves and excitement about starting something new. And this connection can reassure children that they are not alone in those feelings. Second is visual storytelling. The illustrations play a vital role in storytelling. The vibrant and engaging pictures in Florrie's story can help children visualize what to expect in their ballet class, making the unknown feel more familiar and less intimidating. Thirdly is a structured narrative. Books usually follow a clear structure guiding readers through from the beginning, the middle, and the end of a story, sort of like our class flow. And this structured approach helps children understand the flow of a dance class, reinforcing the idea that there's a routine to follow, just like in Florrie Flamingo's first ballet class. Fourth, it provides emotional understanding. Through Florrie's experiences, children can learn to identify and express their feelings about starting something new. And this emotional exploration can help them articulate their own feelings, reducing their own anxiety. Number 5 is encouragement and positivity. So children's books often end on a positive note, encouraging children to embrace new challenges. By seeing Florrie Flamingo overcome her fears, kids can be inspired to approach their own experiences with confidence. The other reason I love Florrie Flamingo's first ballet class is it gives us the opportunity to incorporate a comfort buddy. Now, I've talked about comfort buddies before right here on my YouTube channel. And what a comfort buddy does, it's a stuffed animal or a lovey that dancers can give a little squeeze, a little hug to. And what comfort buddies do, it helps them feel a little less anxious in a brand new environment. So I love comfort buddies. And what isn't to love about a fluffy pink flamingo? Now, make sure that you find a flamingo that has flexible legs like my flamingo does, because I use her to demonstrate some of the dance moves that we perform as we read and dance along with the book. Hey, it's me. I wanted to quickly interrupt the video to let you in on a little secret. I am starting a Back to Dance teacher challenge in my Dance to Learn community. Now, I know that a new season of dance is fast approaching, and like you, I'm filled with excitement and anticipation as I begin to prepare and plan for the new season of dance. And I know that planning can be fun and thrilling, but I also know that to successfully engage our students in that very first dance class, we need to have strategies and routines in place. So we will go all over that in the Back to Dance Teacher Challenge starting on July 1st. Now, this challenge is your step-by-step roadmap to launching a successful dance season for your preschool and early childhood dancers. Over 4 weeks in July, you will receive a drip-released resource, tools, and interactive community support to help you plan, organize, and feel excited about teaching. Now, this challenge is exclusive to the members in the Dance to Learn community, and it is packed with ready-to-use content, expert tips, and engagement strategies to ease the back to class chaos. Now, if you would like to join the challenge, I have linked it in the very first comment underneath this video down below. I hope to see you in the challenge. So let me get into the book and show you how you can use this particular story to welcome your dancers into their first ballet class. So I wrote this book for my own classes. So I was thinking about my class flow and my class structure when I wrote the book, and I wrote it specifically so I could incorporate it into my dance classes. It is designed to be read and danced page by page. So this way you're not reading a whole story, not dancing, and then you dance afterwards. No, you read each page and then you perform a dance move. Now this is probably the only page, the introduction page, where we don't dance. We just introduce Florrie Flamingo. And then the next page, we have Mama Mingo doing some dishes. And Florrie Flamingo is eating a bowl of cereal and she's dreaming about her purple tutu because Mama Mingo just asked her if she would like to perform or take her first ballet class. So this is a little breathing exercise. We also do a little butterfly stretch and pretend to eat some cereal. On the next page, Florrie goes upstairs and she throws open her closet, and inside of her closet is all of her leotards and tights and tutus and tiaras, and we talk about what we're wearing. So this is a great dress code study. What do we wear to dance class? We can talk about our pink tights, our leotards, and if you have boys, you can talk about what the boys wear to your ballet classes as well. On the next page, Florrie shows off her wall of ballet slippers. She has all different colors of the rainbow. So this is our point and flex. You can also pretend to paint your ballet shoes different colors and do a little tactile play as well. Then the next page, we do our packing up our dance bag. And again, this is another great study for our dancers. We can talk about what should we bring to our dance class. Should we bring water bottles? I always like to have my dancers bring their water bottles into the room. This way we don't have to leave class and go ask mom and dad to have a drink of water because that's distracting. I like to keep them in the room. So we talk about what do we bring with us to our dance class so we can pack up extra tights, water bottles. She even has her own little comfort buddy, and we can talk about comfort buddies and how we can bring a lovey from home to help us feel safe in our dance classes. And for this one, we do a straddle stretch. Next, they're off to ballet and they skip on the clouds, and we do some little flapping our wings, and we tap our feet, bounce our feet off the floor as we fly and bounce off of the clouds. And in this book, we meet Miss Bella Bear. Bella Bear is Florrie Flamingo's ballet teacher. Now, a fun little story about Bella Bear. She was created from a class in my after-school dance program that I ran for 15 years. As I was writing the story, they were doing some fun art projects. So they designed the cover page. I said, what would your cover page look like if I said a book was called Florrie Flamingo's First Ballet Class? So we did a little cover page contest, and then I asked them, help me create our ballet teacher, and that is where Bella Bear came from. They all wanted a bear ballet teacher. And for Bella Bear, we do a little curl in and say hello, and we go around. This is a great page to learn everybody's names. This is the last of our stretches where we're sitting down. Next, we come to standing, and this is when my flamingo stuffy comes in to our class because Florrie Flamingo, she starts learning her ballet moves. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but she starts learning her ballet moves. I also use this book to talk about some different areas of our dance class. Now, my little dancers, we don't use the ballet bar. We learn all of the movements on our own 2 feet. The ballet bar comes later. So we sort of talk about what is the ballet bar, when do we use it? And in this book, Florrie Flamingo does use the ballet bar, but that's because she's a little bit older than we are. And we also talk about the mirror and some of the tools in our classroom. So the first ballet move we're going to learn is pliés in first position. So in the story, Florrie Flamingo has some silly feet. She stands pigeon-toed. So using my little flamingo, she takes her feet and she turns them in like that. And that is not first position. That's silly. That's not how ballerinas stand. Ballerinas stand with their heels together. I always say heels together, spread your toes. That's how first position goes. And we make almost like a little heart shape with our feet. I'll pass Florrie Flamingo around. We'll all try that. And then we'll talk about plie. And plie means to bend. And so Florrie Flamingo will show off a plie. Now, depending on how little my dancers are, sometimes our plies, we don't do turnout quite yet. We stand in parallel, and so we plie with our knees and toes together if they're really little. That would be for like a creative dance class, maybe ages 3 to 4. So after turnout and plie, we move on to tendus. And Florrie Flamingo, she still has a hard time with tendus. And I should introduce you to Florrie Flamingo's ballet friends. So this is Swanhilda Swan. Swanhilda Swan has been dancing for a while. And if you've followed the Florrie Flamingo stories, Swanhilda Swan also makes an appearance in Florrie's Frozen Adventure. And we also have our friend Oscar Ostrich, the boy in our ballet class, because of course boys dance ballet too. So Oscar Ostrich is there as well to do ballet with Florrie Flamingo and Swanhilda Swan. Okay, so tendu again, I use my Florrie doll. If we learn tendu, I always say, this is from another Florrie Flamingo book, Florrie Flamingo's ABCs of Dance. I always say, tendu, stretch your knees and toes, lengthen your leg as far as it goes. And if we're really little, my Florrie Flamingo will do a tendu to the front and parallel. If we've been dancing, she'll do a tendu a la Sacone and a slight turnout. And then we stand up and we learn our tendus. We do a little tendu combination. Next, they move away from the bar and it's time to learn some échappés. You can see Florrie Flamingo has a hard time jumping. She barely gets off the floor. So we can talk about some things that go into a jump. We have to bend our knees and then we have to jump and push off of the floor as high as we can. I always tend to practice sautés first before we get into the échappé where our feet escape and get caught, and they escape and they get caught. And my little Florrie demonstrates our échappés. And then next we do some across the floor. You can see in this one, Swanhilda Swan is doing a piqué turn. Now, of course, my little ones, we don't piqué turn across the floor. We do other things. We do releve walks. We do marches. We might, at the end of an obstacle course, twirl around on one leg in a hula hoop. So there's some ways that we can incorporate twirls. But we talk about Florrie Flamingo. She tries her piqué turn and she falls down. Oh no, but you know what? She gets up, she tries again, and everybody claps for Florrie Flamingo because she didn't give up. And that is the moral of the story. At the very end, Bella Bear teaches a reverence and how to curtsy. So Florrie Flamingo learns her curtsy. So we, of course, do our curtsy. And that is the end of the book. So that is a peek inside Florrie Flamingo's First Ballet Class book and lesson plan. And there's one more Florrie Flamingo feature that I can show you. These are our Florrie Flamingo ABCs of Dance flashcards. So at the end of the book, I usually have about 10 minutes left. So we have time to play a little freeze dance. So I will take some of these cards. They are ABCs, so it starts with arabesque. And we go through these match up with Florrie Flamingo's ABCs of Dance, which is a whole other book and lesson plan. And we'll go through, I will separate non-locomotor and locomotor skills. So things like arabesque would be non-locomotor, a releve would be non-locomotor, passe, plie, those are all some non-locomotor skills that are in here. And I will separate those from our locomotor skills, which I can tell you we have things like beret, kick, leap, moves like that are included in the flashcards, and we will do a little Florrie Flamingo freeze dance to end our class. So you can access your version of Florrie Flamingo's First Ballet Class book and lesson plan on the Dance to Learn library. I have shared a link to the library down below. You can also purchase our books and our flashcards on our website as well. Just note that I only ship to the United States, but all of my books are sold on Amazon worldwide. So if you are not in the United States and you do want a copy of the book, check out your country's Amazon and just search Florrie Flamingo's First Ballet Class and it should come up for you. The only thing I don't sell is my Florrie Flamingo friend, but don't worry, I found the perfect one on Amazon. She has a gold tiara just like our Florrie does, and she even has gold ballet shoes. And she's got these flexible legs, which makes teaching the dance moves so much more fun when you have a flamingo friend to demonstrate. So check out all of those links in the comments down below. That's all I have for you on today's video here on the Dance to Learn YouTube channel. But if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click the red subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. This way you never miss a video. Also, let me know in the comments down below, did you grab your copy of Florrie Flamingo's First Ballet Class? Let me know how your dancers like the book. And if you decide to purchase the lesson plan, which includes the book, let me know how your dancers like it, how you changed it, what all you included, and if you have any questions, this is the place to ask. So thank you so much for joining me today. Happy dance adventuring!